Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I've got a massive Makartt haul video, okay? So I ended up spending quite a few pennies at Makartt this time around. They had this massive 50% sale and I could not help myself but to get a lot of stuff because I got a lot of stuff in this one. Mainly gel polishes, but just a few little things on the side as well. As you can see, the first thing up, we have some little glues. So since I'm a personnel business, you always need a bunch of those. So I like to pop them into my little kits that I give out. So with every single set that you buy with me, you do get a little kit, and that's just a little buffer, the nail glue and the stickers and stuff like that. So I do need a bunch of those, and they were super cheap. It was lovely, and it's, I believe, a pack of 40 in there. So I've never tried them before, but I do believe they are quite nice. I think I've seen a review which it was a really good review, so I'm excited to try them out. And next up, we have two of the glitter top coats. So this is the first time I've ever owned a glitter top coat. I think the first time I actually heard of one was from the Glitter Bells company. I am part of their group on Facebook and stuff, and they started announcing a glitter top coat, and I was so obsessed with it, but it's quite expensive, and I don't know, I just never got around to buying it. So when I saw that Makartt had one of their own, I was super excited to see. It's literally full of glitter. I love it. It's almost like the right amount of glitter, because I feel like some glitter polishes kind of like either have way too much or way too little, and then you end up faffing about trying to get the glitter in the right place where you want it. But this one seems to be so nice and concentrated, so I'm super excited to try that one out very soon, hopefully. And here I'm just showing you a little sheet that came with them and just explains how long to cure those gel polishes. And then next up, we've got a 2-pack of the foil glue gel that they have. I do already have one of those. I also ordered a 2-pack ages ago, and they're pretty much still full, but I couldn't help myself but to get this set because it was only about £3, which is absolutely crazy. I went over the limit, so I managed to get shipping for free, which is amazing. And yeah, just couldn't help myself. I was like, oh my goodness, £3? That's ridiculous. Even though I don't need it, I'm sure eventually I'll run out, so I'll be set for, I don't know, another year or so with these, which is nice. And I love their foil gel glues, wherever they're called. They're so good, very affordable. I love them. They're literally so far my favorite. I have not tried too many, but this one has definitely been my top pick at the moment. And then next up, I got a bunch of their duo gel polishes, which I think is such an amazing idea. I love getting duos. It's really nice. Normally the two colours you get really nicely complement one another, so that was nice to get. They were also super cheap, about probably like £2.80 for the two, which is crazy prices. They're like AliExpress prices, and yeah, the quality is of course way better than AliExpress. On the right hand side, you will see me swatching these. So this colour is in the shade called Latte, I believe. It's really nice. It's almost like this very pale nude. I really like this colour. It's really nice. The application was so nice. I often use these Ali gel polishes, and I sometimes forget how nice these branded gel polishes are. So this one's called Mocha, and it's this brown shade, and they literally even out so beautifully, or level out, is it? They're literally so perfect, and I feel like I've definitely been using a bit too much of the gel polish when doing the swatches on the right hand side. Once again, I'm so used to these, I don't know, it feels like liquidy gel polishes from Ali, so I was so shocked when I was using these for some reason. I just felt like they were so nice, amazing quality, prices were shockingly good. I was honestly blown away by these gel polishes. So next up we have sky blue and light pink. So the sky blue is like almost the perfect baby blue kind of shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very bright. It's not so pale, because I do find sometimes with these baby blues you can find that they're sometimes a bit too pale. And this one was just perfect. It was so bright, very eye-catching. I really liked this one. And the next one was a light pink. Once again, almost like this pastel-y pink. It was absolutely gorgeous, like a baby pink, baby blue. It was like the perfect set together. And same thing, it wasn't this very muted, pale, pastel-y pink. It was a very bright, pastel-y pink, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it was gorgeous. I love it so much. I do have a few baby pinks, but this one was absolutely the top one so far for me. I love it, love it, love it. And next up we have a light teal and we have a lavender. So another kind of pastel-y themed kind of set. So the teal is almost like this, it feels like it wants to be a minty green or minty kind of blue. I want to say, but not so much. It's almost that in between, not a pastel-y blue, but also not a minty green. It's almost like that in between color. It's a much more brighter color than that light blue, that's for sure. Much more of a livelier color. And then with the lavender, it was the same thing. It was a pastel-y kind of lavender. It was also very bright. That's one thing I have to say about these polishes so far. They're very pigmented. And as you can see, you could literally get away with one coat. If you're in a rush, one coat literally covers the nails so well. And you pretty much don't need a second coat. So on the right hand side, I was always doing 2 coats just to show you guys what it does look like. But yeah, absolutely amazing quality. The next duo is a Scarlet and a Blank. So it's just a red and it's a white. I did not swatch the white one because I just feel like it's just any old white. So don't know why I decided not to. I just, yeah. And then with the Scarlet, it's this, I don't know, it's a bright red, but not like a neon red. It's a very lively red. I really like it. It's perfect for Valentine's. It'll be perfect for the Christmas season. It's just this all year round kind of classic red, I'd say. And then the white was as white as paper. It was absolutely amazing. Probably one of my most whitest whites, if that makes sense. I literally, in this haul, I have about 30 gel polishes. I literally went mad on these. So you guys will probably see a lot of Makartt themed personal nails coming up. Well, a lot of these colours I don't actually have in my collection, especially the nudes. And then we have a few sparkly, a sparkly collection. I think it's from the Mariposa or something like that. Next up, we have a little set from the Awesome Colour, and it's the Inspire Yourself ones, I think. I'm not too sure which kind of set it was, but it's the grey one. So grey is actually a colour I don't have a lot in my collection, which is oddly enough because I actually have a load of gel polishes. So I don't know how I managed to just not have any greys. I have about 3. And my mum in particular loves greys, so I was definitely thinking of her and getting this set. So it's a nice selection of greys. It has almost like a bit of a brown selection too in there, but it's like, I don't know, like a slight mixture. I really do like that they do these little sets. They're so helpful and they're so cheap as well. So, I just love Makartt. Love them so much. Oh yeah, guys, I do have a discount code down in the description if you guys would like to save yourself some 15%. It will be down in the description. I believe it's Glamify_babe, all in caps. But yeah, so with these gel polishes, they're really nice. They are a smaller bottle. It's a 8ml bottle, but when you actually get the bottles, they appear like they're smaller than 8ml, but it's probably they're using their packaging well so that you're not actually, half of the bottle is empty, but it looks bigger. But as you saw, the first gel polish was a very deep dark grey. This one up here now has almost got this like a grey-green undertone to it. Not one of my favourites, but it's a nice little like change of greys, if that makes sense. It's not definitely a shade I have in my collection. As you saw with this one, I was having a bit of an issue. It almost seems like the gel polish was separating from one another, but that's absolutely no problems. These just happen with gel polishes and there's nothing wrong with that. You just give it a quick, nice little shake and it's good to go. So with this grey, I'm not too sure how to explain it. It was giving me kind of like cool vibes, a cool kind of grey, maybe even a warm one. I wasn't too sure how to explain that one. This one on the bottle looks like it's white with that little shade, but it's not. It's a very light grey. Once again, I had some separation happening, I don't know what was really happening. Maybe it was just laying in the inventory for too long at Makartt before they sent it out to me. But that's no worries. The gel polish was still fine. Unfortunately for this collection, I did not do any swatches. If you guys would like to see these swatched, let me know and I'll make sure to do that video for you. But as you can see, this one is this super light grey, which is probably my favourite grey in that kind of selection. Unless the other one is, if the other one is just slightly darker, it will also be one of my favourites. I quite like the light grey kind of vibes. And then this one is, yeah, just like I thought. It's a very slightly darker grey to the one we just shown. It's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this one is for sure this perfect kind of grey that I would have liked on my nails. It's my kind of grey. And then this one is going to probably be another darker shade of the grey. If we see now, yep, a very dark grey we've got there. So it's a very nice selection of greys if you guys are looking for that. Pretty much any kind of shade of grey you pretty much have here. So it's a perfect little set for you guys. I loved it. Next up we have a Makartt Soak Off Gel Polish set. Once again, not sure what this one is called in particular. I don't know if they actually have a name or not. But yeah, I'm not sure why some of these actually came a bit dirty. It was like, I don't know, dusty or something. So they probably have laid in the factory or the inventory, wherever they're keeping them, for quite some time. But then, yeah, so this one was a set of neutrals, I think a few burgundy colours. It was colours that I don't often kind of reach for, but also because I don't have a lot of these in my collection. So this was something I really wanted to give it a go. So once again, these are another different kind of set of bottles. These ones are a 10 milliliter as well, and they're in this black bottle. I quite like these. I think the white bottles are probably my least favourite. But it's just maybe because they look kind of small and tiny. But yeah, with this selection here, we have this warm kind of brown. I quite like it. I have a very little selection of browns in my collection, so I'm quite excited to have this. I do need to do probably a bit more of neutral kind of sets. I do keep getting drawn to pinks and blues and all sorts, so it will be nice to kind of give them a go. So next up we have a bit of like a burgundy kind of shade. It did almost feel jelly-like when I was kind of popping it around in the bottle. It did kind of feel jelly, but we'll see when I swatch it, because this one is another set that I did not swatch. So I only swatched those white squared kind of bottles with those big stickers at the front. Next up we have this kind of like it was trying to be this dark purple, which I quite like. This one did not appear kind of jelly. This was a nice deep purple, another colour I do not have. This would probably be a nice kind of colour for the winter time, so that's a nice one there. And then we have another 3, so this one is going to be another burgundy like colour. It looks like this. It's almost like trying to be in between that burgundy and that purple. It's almost like if you mix those two together, you'd probably end up with this one. But it's a really nice, almost like a deep wine kind of colour, was giving me a vibe of. And then we also have a few nudes. So those were all fairly dark colours. This one is a nude, I believe. Yes, it is. And it's almost got that kind of like peachy vibe to it, like a peachy nude. It's not exactly cool. It's kind of on the warmer side, maybe. I don't know, but it feels like it's giving me a peachy vibe there. And then we'll have one more to show you guys from this one. And it's like, not too sure actually what that one was. We'll see when I open that one. So this one was like a mauvey colour, so it was giving me a bit of a pink. It was on the darker side, another colour I do not have. So this set is definitely a set that I don't have a lot of, which makes me super excited to have some new colours in my collection, even though I probably don't need any more. But I wanted to get them. I wanted to show you guys the different shades just in case you wanted to get some. And for this one, it's the Birds of Paradise kind of set. So I love the packaging of these bottles. They're literally my favourite. I love it. I love how big the colour is at the front. You instantly know what colours you've got. It's super, super nice. And yeah, and also like how of a little like variety of colours you had in this set in particular. It does scream a lot of pinks. But you also kind of got a mixture of greens, which was probably a very unique colour to mix with pinks, I want to say. But yeah, if you know me, then you know I love pink. So this set has definitely not upset me one bit. I love it so much, actually. There's some colours here. I think this one in particular, the Tanga one, is super neon. Like super, super neon. You would not know or guess that it's as neon as it is because the sticker doesn't give it justice. Like, the sticker is so much more muted than what it is in person. It's the most neon pink I have ever had in my collection. This is the new neon pink, and I didn't know that I could get any more neon than that, to be honest. So there's that. So if you are looking for a crazy bright pink, that one is definitely up your alley. Then we have Makartt, I think it's called, and it's also a neon pink, but it's giving me more of like a raspberry, almost like a mixture between a pink and a red, that a bit more of a deeper pink, which is also very, very nice. There's that one. And then next up we have what appears like it's going to be like a princess kind of pink. It's a very, very bright pink as well. It's almost got purple undertones. It definitely kind of screams Barbie kind of pink to me. I quite like it. It is also, I believe, a colour that isn't really in my collection too. I might have very similar shades, but probably nothing anywhere similar to that one. This one's called Peach Face, I think. which is a funny name to give it if it's a green. But this one, it was like a neon green, like this minty neon green. This is once again a neon green that I have not had before. I have more of a pastel-y kind of green. Like I said before, they're very pigmented and very bright colors, which is really nice to see. I'm not actually quite sure if they have a full-on pastel-y set where it's like one of those pale kind of pastel-y sets. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll come out with that for Easter. But next up we have this green, and it's literally perfect green for the Christmas season. It literally just reminds me of a Christmas tree. Just straight up, this color was perfect for Christmas. And once again, a color that I don't have. I literally have probably the least greens out of all the colors that I have in my collection. And then next up we have this, another bright kind of color, but this one once again feels like a mixture between purple and pink, but definitely much more purple. It's super neon as well, but definitely not as neon as the very first color I shown in this in particular set. So is it the Tanger? I think that's the name. That's the absolute brightest set in that one. And now here we have the Mariposa Mayhem. There we go. That's I believe the last one we're going to show in today's haul. The total of about 30 gel polishes. So this one was like a sparkly kind of set. I don't know what I was expecting from it in particular. It's not what I was kind of hoping for. I don't know what got into me. I thought there was going to be full-on glitter in these sets. I don't know why, because now looking at them, they don't really give that vibe. I don't know what was going on, but they do have a slight sparkle to them. They have, don't know how to explain it, but it definitely suits the theme of these gel polishes when they were announced and released. But they have this very faint like sparkle to it. They look really nice, really. But I'm not too sure why I was expecting full-on glitter and that like bigger chunks and it being more sparkly. I'm not sure, but it's a really nice muted sparkle to these gel polishes. Some of them are a bit more sparkly than others. This one in particular is more on the sheer side, almost like a jelly kind of gel polish with a bit of sparkle in there, which is nice too. I would have liked this one to be a bit more on the pigmented side, but that's fine. Maybe with a few layers of this one, it might get a bit more, but it doesn't appear like you're going to get too far with that one. And then this one is also on the sheer side. It's got this purpley blue kind of hint to it. You could probably put this on top of a color. That's maybe what they were aiming for. These ones in particular, the one before and this one, where you could pop this one on top of a color that you've already put down, such as maybe a blue, and you pop that on top of it so you can give this cute like glittery purple kind of vibe to it. This one in particular is almost like this pastel-y purple with this gorgeous sparkle. So this one is probably one of my favorites in this set. I have a very similar one from, I can't remember the name, but I got it from AliExpress and it was one of my best sellers on my website. So I had a set just full of, just a whole set in this kind of color, and people will go mad for that one. Next up we have this gorgeous green. It was really, really nice. I liked it. Once again, screams to me Christmas. It's like this kind of teal color. When I'm trying to show you guys in the bottle, it appears much more darker than when you actually put it on the nail, because this is this sheer kind of gel polish. As you can see with this one in particular, after the second coat, it does appear a bit more opaque, but not fully. Unfortunately, I think only the first one in this set and the purple was the most opaque and full coverage. And here, I believe, is the last one, and it's a blue shade, and once again, it's gorgeous. Out of the sparkly ones that are sheer, this is probably one of my favorites. It's gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, so this pretty much is the very last gel polish that I swatched. There's a lot of gel polishes. I'm sorry if my description of these gel polishes wasn't the best. I'm not very good at this. I really wanted to show you guys all of the colors, just in case you guys are looking to buy some and want to see the shades in real life, because I know sometimes pictures might not give it justice. Even as simple as the actual sticker in front of the gel polish might not always reflect the actual gel polish inside. So I hope this was very helpful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!